The hot equatorial, the hot latitude, just see what you know and what you don't know. The hot equatorial climate is found between 5 degree and 10 degree north and south of the equator. 0 degree. Okay, continue. Its greatest extent is found in the lowlands of the Amazon, the Congo, the Malaysia, and the East Indies. So, if you see the hot equatorial type of climate, its greatest extent is found in the lowlands of So the equatorial hot wet climate is found between the 5 degree and 10 degree north and south of the equator. Its greatest extent is found in the lowlands of the Amazon. The Amazon, okay, African continent. Amazon, the Congo, the Malaysia, so, America, Africa, Asia. Further away from the equator, the influence of the onshore trade winds, okay, give rise to a modified type of equatorial climate with monsoon influences. Okay, within the tropics, the equatorial highlands have a distinctive cooler climate. The Andes Mountain, so there is a snowfall. The Andes Mountain lies in the equator. Modified by altitude such as the Cameron Highland in Malaysia and the Northern Andes and the Kenyan Highlands in the East Africa. Okay. So this is the equator. So hot wet equatorial climate. It's more like this. Okay, so this is American African region, and then we move forward towards the Asian Malaysian region. Okay. Temperature. Everything about the temperature. Okay, temperature. The most outstanding feature of the equatorial climate is this great uniformity of the temperature throughout the year. The mean monthly temperature are always around 80 degree Fahrenheit with very little variation. There is no winter. Cloudiness and heavy precipitation help to moderate daily temperature. So that even at the equator itself, the climate is not unbearable. the Cameroon Highlands in Malaysia, the Northern Andes and the Kenyan Highland East Africa, they all experience a slightly cooler climate in the equatorial region. The Cameroon Highland, okay, the Northern Andes and the Kenyan Highland. Slightly cooler climate. Now moving towards temperature. Temperature, the most outstanding feature of the equatorial climate is great uniformity in the temperature throughout the year. The mean monthly temperature always 80 degree Fahrenheit, we know 80 degree Fahrenheit, with a very little variations there. So there's very little variation in temperature. There is no winter. Cloudiness and heavy precipitation help to moderate daily temperature, so that even at the equator itself the climate is not unbearable. In addition, regular land and sea breeze assist in maintaining truly equable climate. The general range of the temperature is small, and so is the annual range. So the range of the temperature is very small. The annual range and the day related range, and as well as the year related range of the temperature. So the rhythm of the climate, okay, 121. Okay. Figure 122 A and B shows the rhythm of the climate experienced in two different equatorial regions, one on a lowland Kuala Lumpur and other on the highland Bogota. Of course, Bogota will have a cooler climate than the lowland area because of its altitude, although it lies in the equatorial region. Um, the uniformity in temperature is apparent at once. Kuala Lumpur has its hottest month 80 degrees Fahrenheit and its coolest month with 78 degrees Fahrenheit. The annual range is not more than 2 degrees Fahrenheit. The mean monthly temperature for Bogota are comparatively low because of its altitudinal differences. Yes. It's located in the Andes, okay, 8,730 feet above sea level, okay. Statistics taken from the various equatorial stations indicate that the annual range of temperature is small. Singapore 2.3 degree Fahrenheit, Jakarta 1.8 degree Fahrenheit, Porto 0.7 degree Fahrenheit, and Colombo 3.2 degree Fahrenheit. Over the oceans, the range is even small because of moderating effect. Generally, in the Marshall Islands, the Pacific Ocean records a range in temperature of only 0.8 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Statistics. Singapore is 2.3 degree Fahrenheit. Jakarta 1.8 degree Fahrenheit. Kyoto 0.7 degree Fahrenheit. Colombo 3.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Over the oceans, the range will be even smaller. In Marshall Island, in fact, 0.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Precipitation. So generally, the precipitation, the rainfall ranges from somewhere, I think 100 to 200 inches, 200 centimeters. It's heavy between 10, 100 to 200 or 100 to 250 something centimeters. It's heavy between precipitation again is convection and oceans convection between 60 inches and 100 inches, and they're distributed throughout the year again. So precipitation usually happens but there is no month without rain, and a distinct dry season like those of the savanna or the tropical monsoon is absent. So there is no dry season. um, Precipitation is heavy. It rains almost throughout the year. There is no dry season, and a distinct dry season like the savanna type of climate or the tropical monsoon type is absent. Instead, there are two periods of maximum rainfall. So yeah, there is maximum one in April and there is October, because at that time we experience equinoxes where the sun is in the equator. October maximum rainfall. Maybe in October, September, October, and I think somewhere in July, August, I mean March, yes. Somewhere in March, yes, March, and there I think September, October. Precipitation done. Shortly after the equinoxes, right? Okay. Least rainfall at the June and December solstice. So the least rainfall is at during the time of June and December. Summer solstice and winter solstice. um, the double rainfall peaks. What is this? Okay, least rainfall at the time during December solstice. The double rainfall peaks coinciding with the equinoxes are a characteristic feature of the equatorial climate, not found in any other type of climate. But this simple pattern may be upset by local conditions. For example, Kota Bharu and Kelantan receive most of its rain this monsoon at the end of the year, and Rangoon, Burma from the southwest monsoon between June and September. As one goes further north and south of the equator, particularly in coastal district, open to the influence of the pattern of the trade winds, influence of the trade wind, the tendency towards the monsoon pattern with the heaviest rainfall coming in summer months. Okay. Due to the great heat in the equatorial belt, mornings are bright and sunny. There is much evaporation and convectional air currents are set up, followed by heavy downpours of convectional rain in the afternoons from the towering cumulonimbus clouds. Thunder and lightning often accompany torrential showers, and lightning often okay, and the amount of rainfall recorded on a single afternoon may be much as a desert receive for the entire year. At the convectional rainfall, mountainous regions also experience much orographic or relief rain. In addition, there are some intermittent showers from cyclonic atmospheric disturbances caused by the convergence of the air currents in the doldrum region. Okay, of course, the relative humidity is constantly high over 80%, making one feel sticky and uncomfortable. The monotonous climate, oppressive and innovating, takes one's mental alertness and physical capability. Though only the coast, refreshing sea breezes do bring some relief. As a result, most of the white settlers whose bodies are attuned to cooler and more varied conditions take to the cooler highlands wherever they can. Okay. Overall, we can write that there are variations because of the orography and the monsoonal effect. Local like Kotabaru, Kotabaru, Kelantan. This is most of the winter from the northeast monsoon at the end of the year and from the north from the southwest monsoon. At the end of the year, and Rangoon, Burma from the southwest monsoon between June and September. As one goes further north and south of the equator, particularly in coastal districts, often the influence of the trade winds, the tendency is towards a monsoonal pattern. Okay, further north and south of the equator, tendency is towards a monsoonal pattern with the heaviest rainfall coming in the summer months, that is the June, July, and August in northern hemisphere, and December, January, and February in the southern hemisphere. Due to a great heat in the equatorial belt, mornings are bright and sunny. There is much evaporation. Convectional air currents are set up, followed by heavy downpours of convection in afternoons from the towering cumulonimbus clouds. Okay, thunder and lightning often accompany torrential showers, and the month of the rainfall recorded is only single afternoon, maybe as much as the desert receives for the entire year. Besides the convectional rainfall, mountainous regions also experience much orography or relief rain. In addition, there are some intermittent showers from cyclonic atmospheric disturbances caused by the convergence of the air currents in the doldrum region. So the relative humidity is high, is constantly high, about 80%. The modern climate oppressive and innovating takes one's mental alertness and physical capability, though only the coast represents the breeze do bring some relief as most of the white. Okay, I'm done. Equatorial vegetation. Moving towards equatorial vegetation. So what type of vegetation? So normally we find evergreen forest like the selvas, evergreen forest, rainforest area, epiphytes, canopy buttress root, because of the poor soil there is a development of buttresses root so that the trees hold into the soil and does not move out because of the wind. Equatorial vegetation. High temperature and abundant rainfall in the equatorial region support a luxuriant type of vegetation. The tropical rainforest in the Amazon lowlands. The forest is so dense and so complete in its vegetation. Extra winter, a special term selvas is used. Yes. Mm, 233 maximum rainfall, minimum rainfall. Epiphytes, thick canopy. So these are the characteristic features of the vegetation. Monsoonal pattern. Not even almost monsoon.